First, Indiana Republican Dan Burton joins us. He is on the House Foreign Affairs Committee. What's your reaction to this?
Well, I'm tired of the administration and people at the State Department like Mr. Posner being apologists for America. The Arizona law, as far as we can tell, is constitutional. It's going to be tested, I'm sure, and it parallels federal laws. And so for Mr. Posner to be in China apologizing to them or because of what's going on in Arizona,
right,
when China has 10 million people in communist gulags, they have forced abortions on women, and they're one of the most repressive societies in the world. It's a communist government, and I think it's unseemly that a member of our State Department and the administration should be apologizing to China or anybody because of human rights violations.
Well,
this is the most human rights country in the entire world, and I don't like these apologies.
Do you think that our government is pandering to the Chinese for diplomatic expediency?
Well, I think the president, as well as the State Department, has been pandering to people all around the world by apologizing for us being what we are. We're the greatest country in the history of mankind, and we treat people better in this country than any place in the world, and I don't like these apologists.
Well, I mean, maybe Mr. Posner inartfully was trying to say, well, look, in a discussion about human rights and discrimination, obviously you've seen the protests here in the United States over this new law in Arizona. Some claim it's racial discrimination, others do not. We're dealing with those issues. Maybe it's as innocuous as that, and it's not really pandering or an apology.
Well, I think it comes across as pandering or an apology, and I think it's unseemly in that setting because the Chinese ran over people with tanks when they protested. We allow peaceful protests. We allow in the First Amendment for people to say what they believe. This is a great country, and I don't like the State Department, and I don't think most people in this country like the State Department or the President apologizing for what we do in this country to any country in the world, but in particular a communist country that represses its own people.
Congressman Dan Burton, as always, thank you for joining us today.